So last school year, a parent filed a lawsuit against one of my teachers for sexual assault on the child. Good morning, guys. So it's super early in the morning. Just wanted to say good morning. I don't even know why I'm whispering. Anyway, good morning. I'm heading to school, and yeah, let's get started with today's video. So guys, my sister and I are going to school. I know you guys are going to be like, why don't you wear your seatbelt? So anyway, so we finally got here. We're at school. You guys cannot clearly see, but we're at school. So I'm going to head there. We have like a quick meeting, but nothing special. And after this, I have to go to the store. So yeah. So this is actually the break time for the children. So you're gonna hear a lot of noise. Just know that it's break time, okay? So it just dawned to me that I had never told you guys what had happened a couple months ago. Actually, it was this year. It was April of 2021, which is considered last school year, okay? So the story is a bit tricky. So I'm just gonna give you just a little bit, just highlights of what had happened. I'm hoping that you guys are going to hear what I'm saying, because at the same time I don't want to talk too loud, because there's a teacher that is still conducting classes next door. So basically what had happened is that one of the parents had some arguments with one of my teachers, and it just happened that the child of that parent was into the classroom of that teacher, and we're talking about nurseries / kindergarten. So basically the parent had some type of arguments with the teacher outside of school premises. Then a couple months after, there was a story that came about where the parent stopped by school to complain that the child has been injected a solution from the teacher. Okay, that's where it gets tricky, right? Because we're talking about a child that's about 4 or 5 years old. The mother claimed that my teacher injected a solution to the child. Then they went to the hospitals. There was a long procedure that happened in between. Ended up going to the hospital. Then the doctor said that the child has not been touched. Then the story changed again because the parent complained. Gosh, I'm sorry guys. I know there's so much noise, but I just felt like I was just having this conversation with the head teacher, and I felt like I never shared that with you. So the parent complained again that this time the child has been sexually assaulted. So that's when things started getting really interesting. The law enforcement officers got involved, an investigator got involved. Things were moving so fast that I had to call on one of my dear friends who is actually a lawyer in the U.S. He has his own firm, and he also has a branch here in Cameroon. So basically he's the one representing me for all the lawsuit cases and everything like that. So he was the one that stepped up to the game. And I just went to his office, I think it was a couple days ago, where, let me just show you the footage of what his office here looks like so that you guys can have an idea.
I ain't worried about nothing, I ain't worried about nada. You're sitting pretty impatient, girl, I know you gotta put them in hours, baby, make it harder. You're sending pic after picture, girl, give me fire. You know I'm always on the night shift, and you can stand these nights alone. Yeah, you don't need no explanation, 'cause baby, I'm the boss at home. I ain't gotta go to work, but I gotta put in work. I ain't gotta go to work. Let your body do the work. We can work from home. We can work from
basically we finished our meeting. This is the end of the day. I just wanted to show you guys what his office looks like, and it looks pretty nice. I mean, if you have any question when it comes to handling your case in Cameroon, if you have something right now in hearing, or if you have, I know many people have contacted me because of land issues, right? So if you have any type of issues whatsoever, this is the firm that can actually help you out. I was really grateful to reach out to them, even though Attorney James Epo is one of my dear friends, but he was really helpful when it came to a sexual harassment case that we had at the school last year. I know you guys don't know about that case, but we had a situation last year, and yeah, so he was the one handling the case, him and his associate. So if you guys are inquiring any type of help in Cameroon, if you have businesses in Cameroon, this is the company, I mean, this is the law firm I would suggest to you. There are so many other law firms, but I go with the people that have results. I go with the people that can show me that they can do the work. And this is the firm that I've been working with for the past couple of years. I want to say 3 years. But the first time that we actually had a case with them, a serious case, was last year. So I'm going to leave the information down below. So make sure to contact them if you have anything any question, whatever. So they do have free consultation. So if you want to reach out to them, you have a case pending here in Cameroon, they have free consultation. So feel free to reach out to them, and we'll talk later. Bye.
I ain't gotta go to work, but I gotta put in work.
So guys, I'm finally home. So I'm gonna finish up the story. I know I haven't finished the story today, and it's almost 8 p.m. So let me just go ahead and tell you what had happened with the teacher. So the situation that happened is that, as you can already tell, the parent was just making up stories after stories. But when it comes to dealing with children, parents, anything the parents say is going to be taken seriously by the law enforcement officers. So we had the procureur, we had even up to the judge. The only thing that didn't happen is that we did not appear to court in front of a judge, okay? So we settled the case. But guys, let me just tell you this thing. There was nothing. The person did not have any evidence that the teacher had assaulted the child, because she was saying that the teacher, inappropriately touched the child in certain area, which wasn't the case. Keep in mind that, it doesn't excuse the fact that it's a woman teacher. And of course, if after all the investigation, the teacher was found liable, definitely the school was not going to stand by her side. But we did a lot of investigation, as you know, because when such a claim is made, you cannot dismiss it. Even though you trust your teacher, you cannot just totally dismiss it, okay? So, but from one story to the next after the next, we just realized that the parent had a beef, if you can call it like that. The parent just didn't like the teacher, and it was just an argument that happened outside of the school premises that started the whole thing. So basically that was the situation. So I had to tell you the story because I felt like I've encountered 3 people so far who watch my YouTube videos and they know I co-own a school, and they always ask me the question, how do I get started? What are some of the challenges you encounter? So I wanted to tell you the story so that you know that if you do have a school or you're thinking about having a school, then definitely you need to be equipped with lawyers, because anything can go wrong at any time. So just keep that in mind. The situation just settled. We actually chose not to settle, because when you choose to settle, it's as if you knew that you had some of the responsibilities, or you were, at fault. So we just stood by our position that the teacher was not at fault. The accusation were made just because somebody didn't like another person. But the teacher ended up going to jail. I don't know if I told you guys that, but she ended up going to jail for a couple of hours. And I told you, my sister, because that was about the time that I traveled to the U.S., so my sister was just going up and down. We were not sleeping because we wanted to make sure that things were not taken seriously from really nothing. One thing that I also want to mention is that when you do have a school or any type of outstanding huge business, you're going to find people that will just file lawsuit just for the sake of getting some money out of it, okay? Sometimes people don't even have anything else to do. They're just trying to figure out how they can get money from such and such company. And when you deal with kids, you're already liable to a higher standard. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, it's late. That was the end of the story. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. But basically, that's that. We didn't have to pay anything because, as I told you guys, we were not liable for anything. So the case was just dismissed. Even the procureur was like, okay, we're just going to go ahead and dismiss the case because there's nothing there. There's nothing, because he could tell the parents just wanted to get the school in trouble. So anyway, one of the things that we also did in the beginning of this school year when we're training our teachers, we had the same law office come to the school and have a presentation on some of the things that the teacher can know or how they should stand in a case that we get another lawsuit. So you're not safe because you have a school. As long as you're dealing with children, you're always going to have certain things happening and you're going to have to pull through. So anyway, I'm happy that my dear friend James was able to help me with his staff and his associate. They were able to actually pull everything together to have the case dismissed. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm exhausted, I'm hungry, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.